Look, this is the easiest consent banner I have ever set up on a website. We are talking under 10 minutes, no code, and it's free for small businesses. It's called Cookiebot by User-Centrics, and it is used on over 2.4 million websites. In this video, I'm gonna show you exactly what it does, walk you through the setup, and show you what it looks like to have it live on your site. Also, I am gonna break down pricing because there is a free plan that covers most small websites right out of the gate. Now, I have helped build and launch over 300 websites, and cookie consent management is a complex step in the launch process. However, Cookiebot makes this ridiculously easy. Now, one thing I didn't expect is how directly this ties into your Google Ads performance. There is a reason now that Google requires this, and once you see how important that connection is, it is going to make a lot more sense why this should matter for your business. Now, before we dive in, I have partnered with the brand on this video. If you click that first link down below in the description, you will get a free 14-day trial on any plan. That means you can test out the software, get the cookie banner live on your website with no risk. And as I mentioned, they do have a robust free plan if your site is smaller, and I'll explain more about that in a moment. So let's talk about what this actually is. Cookiebot is what is called a consent management platform, or CMP. The company behind it is User-Centrics, which has been doing this, building privacy compliance software since 2012, and is one of the biggest names in the space. Here's what it does at a basic level. When someone visits your website, you are almost certainly using cookies, small pieces of data that track user behavior, run analytics, and help with your marketing. And privacy laws around the world, like GDPR in Europe or CCPA here in California, require that you get user consent for these cookies. Cookiebot can manage all of this for you, and the best part is, once it's set up, it's automatic. And you have probably seen one of their cookie banners before with the millions of sites that already use Cookiebot. And this is not just a legal requirement, this actually matters in a very practical way. If you run Google Ads or Google Analytics 4, Google requires that you implement a certified CMP. Without it, you are flying blind on critical features with your marketing. And thankfully, Cookiebot is certified, so it is going to handle the Google Consent Mode integration for you. Now, let me walk you through the features that are actually going to matter to you as a business owner. Now, the first one is the most complex, but the most important. Cookiebot will automatically scan your website, identify all the cookies and trackers in use, categorize them, and then block any non-essential ones until your user gives consent. And this matters because your site will not be compliant unless it does all of these really well. Plus, it automatically updates when your site changes or when regulations change. This is going to save you a ton of time and make sure that your website always stays compliant. Next, the look and feel of the banner is fully customizable. You could adjust the styling, choose the layout, set the language, and configure it for different privacy laws in different regions, which is also important if you serve different audiences that speak different languages. Cookiebot supports over 47 languages and has geo-targeting built in automatically. This means that you could show different banners to different visitors from different countries without any extra work. For example, if your visitor is in the EU, they will get a GDPR compliant banner, or if they're in California, they're gonna get a CCPA compliant one, with no extra work from your end. Now, beyond the fact that this is already Google Consent Mode V2 certified, it also supports Microsoft UET Consent Mode and Microsoft Clarity Consent Mode. So if you are running ads across Google or Microsoft, both are covered. It also integrates with Google Tag Manager and plugs directly into major website builders, and has plugins already built for WordPress and Wix. So in other words, Cookiebot works on any website. Finally, let's talk about your analytics. Inside the dashboard, there is a ton of information that is going to be valuable for your website. You get opt-in and opt-out rate data. You could actually see what percentage of your visitors are accepting cookies, broken down by category. All of this is directly actionable. So for example, if your opt-in rate is low, you could adjust your banner design or copy and test it. Higher opt-in rates means more consented data coming back into your marketing tools. And that's not just a compliance feature, that is a marketing feature as well. Alright, let me show you exactly what this looks like. If you go to cookiebot.com, you can sign up for a free account directly on their homepage. Plus, there is no credit card needed to get started. Once you're in, the onboarding process walks you through 3 steps. You add in your website domain, choose your banner style, and then grab the code snippet. That is the main setup. Now, the dashboard is clean and straightforward. You have your consent statistics front and center, opt-ins and opt-outs broken down by consent category. You can also see your scan results, meaning which cookies and trackers Cookiebot found on your site, and you have banner configuration options right there as well. One of my favorite features is the privacy trigger, which you can see on my screen right now, is an option that you could toggle on or off and allows you to have an additional access point to your cookie settings for every user. This is a small trigger that you could customize and design that you could have on your website to make it easy for your users to check or update their consent easily. You could change the color, the position, the distance, and also the theme. Plus, you could apply as much regulation as you need to your cookie consent banner depending on different laws and jurisdictions. Take a look at my screen and you can see a lot of different options that are available. Now, diving in, when you get into the banner settings, this is where you could customize everything. Layout, color, button text, and which legislation framework you want to use. And I want to point something out here. When you're configuring your buttons, Cookiebot recommends giving users a genuine balanced choice, meaning you're not making the accept button bigger or more prominent than others. And that is actually the right approach, both ethically and legally. And Cookiebot is designed to support that kind of honest user experience. They also have themes available that are light, dark, or you could customize them. Now, implementing this on your website is frankly really easy. For WordPress users, you just download a plugin, just search for Cookiebot, install it, activate it, and then you enter in your Cookiebot domain group ID, and you'll get this from your Cookiebot account. That is it. The plugin will handle everything else for you. And this is why I really love Cookiebot as a great option. Now, let's go a little bit deeper. This is something that sets Cookiebot apart from the competition. They use a proprietary scanning technology that actually crawls your website and detects cookies and trackers automatically. And it tracks 63% better than the competing solutions. So you're not manually hunting down what's running on your site. Once it's live, your site is scanning, blocking non-consented cookies, collecting consent records, and signaling properly to Google and Microsoft. And this whole process took less than 10 minutes. Let me break down the cost because the price here is super reasonable. Let's start with the free plan. Cookiebot is completely free. Yes, free if you have a website with less than 50 pages. And I'll tell you, most small businesses with a standard website, homepage, contact page, service page, blog maybe, you are probably under that threshold. Next up is the premium plan, and this starts at only $8 a month. This includes a lot: automated compliance, Google certified consent management, banner customization, and analytics. Most importantly, if you do want to customize the look and feel of the banner, this is the plan for you. Taking a look at this and seeing how much you're getting, this is a great offer. And as I mentioned at the beginning of the video, all new users can start with a free 14-day trial by clicking the first link in the description. Now, if you need to take it to the next level, let's say your business is running Google Ads or managing multiple websites, the advanced plan adds things like multi-domain management, user role management for teams, A/B testing on your banners, cross-device consent sharing, priorities support, and a full API for integrating with your existing systems. That is a robust set of features built for agencies and businesses with more complex needs. Now, who is this for? Cookiebot works for almost any website, but there are a few industries where it is essentially important to have CMP sorted properly. If you are running e-commerce, you are almost certainly using tracking pixels, ad retargeting, and analytics tools that are touching customer data constantly. So having proper consent management isn't just a legal requirement here, it directly protects the quality of your conversion data and your ability to run effective ad campaigns. The same goes for real estate, legal, and healthcare. These are industries where trust is everything and where website visitor data expectations are high. A well-designed consent banner signals professionalism from your business and tells your clients that you take their information privacy seriously. And for any business running Google Ads, getting the Google consent mode set up right is essential. This will directly affect your ad spend and your data, as well as if you are a marketing agency, a freelancer managing multiple websites for multiple clients, Cookiebot is also a no-brainer tool to add to your stack. The advanced plan is built exactly for that use case with multiple domain management so that you could easily handle consent across all your client sites in one place. It's the kind of thing that you set up once per client, hand off, and never have to touch again. Now, here is where I land on this. Cookie consent isn't optional, and more importantly, how you handle your customers' data is gonna affect your marketing quality. Cookiebot automates the hard parts. It's Google certified, it installs in just a few minutes, and for most small business websites, you could get it up and running for free. And you can use that first link down below to get started today with your free 14-day trial. If you got value from this video, subscribe. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. And with that, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.